in 2014 that here in Vancouver, a group got together and then we start to curl. I went there in 2014 and then I love it. And then it was kind of the beginning of the Brazilian curling club was there
Hmm.
because that group of people, we just like, let's do that. And then for the years after that, then we start to organize and making classes and like learning and certified coaches, all that. And then it's just like year by year, it's growing. And then from there to here, it's so glad to see how we are today. Like every Brazilian team
Hmm.
that's playing on the mainstream world competitions. Mainly every team there's a player from here, or the full team is from here. And so it's so satisfying. It's really good. I'm so glad.
So, how many players are in the Brazilian club that you have in Vancouver now?
It comes and goes, right? Usually we have like, let's say 4 sheets, 3, 4 sheets on the curling club for the league,
Oh,
something
wow.
like that. And we do have the juniors program that's on Saturday. Last year we start with around 25 kids, and then has all the COVID stuff, but we ended up with like 19 kids on the ice, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The big challenge in Brazil all these years was because we did not have ice in Brazil, right? So
Hmm.
all the curlers that Brazil has is in Canada. We have some players in the USA, have some players in Switzerland. That's what I know so far. And it's hard when you don't have lots of people curling, right? If you have lots of ice and lots of people curling, when you do a selector for along the road, you will have a better quality teams, more competitive for you to go in a world level. So the biggest challenge forever was don't have the ice in Brazil where we could have lots of Brazilians curling. So the Brazilian Curling Club was a way that we could keep bringing new people, teaching new people for along along the run, be able to get more competitive teams to help the lack of ice that we had in Brazil. Then for everybody happiness, last year Brazil opened their first arena, 3 sheets of ice in São Paulo City, and they've been working since then. But COVID came, and there's some challenge there. So the curling is happening right now, on and off. Like I think it's everywhere and around the world is the same, right? They
Yeah.
can
Hmm.
open, they cannot open. New regulations, safety, health issue, COVID. So since the arena opened, they have been with a little hard time. It's a nice complex with on the side 3 curling sheets and a big ice for ice skating and hockey. So ice skating and rocket hockey has been going better because it's open. So they've been able to keep going. But curling because it's closed, yeah, that has been hard. But we still love it. We still think that's the first step for us to get more players. We
Hmm.
just need a little bit more time to make that happen.
What went into getting the curling aspect of the arena built? Was it a group venture on behalf of the entire Ice Sports Federation, and they decided they wanted both a hockey slash skating rink and curling, or do you know the history of how that facility wound up getting built?
I know a little bit. The World Curling Federation (WCF) they allow all the federations every year present some projects
Hmm.
for building new arenas. And this CBDG applied a few years ago for that funding, and they were approved. So the arena was actually built with money from WCF that they give a certain amount of money. then they build the project, and after a certain amount of years, they start to pay back. So the arena start like that. And then what CBDG did was, instead of just do the three sheets curling ice, they decided to make a little bigger project. So they got some private investments, and they did Arena Ice Brazil as curling and ice skating and hockey. So it's a big, big challenge project there, and it's happening. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You guys are going to love it when you guys go there.
Could this wind up becoming almost like a regional hub to where you get other South American and even Central American countries starting their own curling federations and using the Sao Paulo facility as almost like a hub where they send their athletes there to train?
That could be, but the dream is bigger, right? The dream is like Brazil is really huge.
Hmm.
It's like
It's a lot of people.
like USA, right?
Yeah.
It's really huge. So it's like imagine USA with one curling club.
Hmm.
It's kind of crazy, right? So the idea is that is just the first one of many others. Because like to put it in perspective, imagine if in the full USA, everybody that want a curl needs to go to whatever, choose a city. You know, it's far.
So is the goal to get them in Rio and multiple curling facilities in Brazil? That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's the way that we can see along the run. We have more Brazilians curling, right? Because it's hard with Brazil is so big. Brazil is so big.